Now you would think that it would be very easy to use a switch to generate a digital logic input, but as it turns out, this is maybe the most common place for a student to make a mistake in building their circuits. What you see here is this is known as a DIP switch. Dual inline package is what DIP stands for. In this case, it's a 4-bit DIP switch, so there are 4 different switches here. I've chosen to use switch number 2 in this experiment. You'll notice that I've attached switch number 2, the top of it, up to 5 volts, and I've attached the bottom of it down to ground through a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Now, the precise value of this resistor is not essential. I guess I would say 1 kilo ohm, 10 kilo ohms, 100 ohms, any significant resistance would work just fine. So the key thing that you need to remember is that if you're going to be using a DIP switch to generate, or any sort of a switch to generate a digital input, you always take the signal between the resistor and the switch. So you'll notice here that I've taken it between the resistor and the switch. That is always going to be the way that you connect it. Now what I want to do is I want to show you that this is going to generate a variable voltage. So what I've done is I've connected the digital multimeter here, and I'll zoom out so that you can see the voltage here. And the voltage in fact is generating 5 volts here because the switch is currently turned on. But then when I turn the switch off, I have a pen here that I can easily use to turn the switch off. So when I turn the switch off, it goes down to 0 volts. If I turn it back on again, it goes back up to 5 volts. And of course, I'm only using one of the 4 switches here. I could use all 4 of them. There are 8-bit DIP switches. I've even seen 10 or 12-bit DIP switches. But as you switch the switch back and forth, you're going to be able to control the voltage. Now let's imagine that you accidentally forgot and you put the output up here, or you put the wire up there. Well, now the switch is irrelevant. It's 5 volts when it's here, and it's 5 volts when it's there, and it's 5 volts when it's here, and it's 5 volts when it's there. So always take the signal between the switch and the resistor, and then you'll be able to control the signal better.